Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. It sure is nice to see all of you. Thank you. Gordon's going to be in charge of the hearts this evening.
There we go.
So we have our Love Boat shirts on, ready to do trivia and have a fun time talking about cruising. It is really good to see all of you. I hope everybody is feeling extra love today. As we started off here with Tim and Cindy, I'm going to ask this question because today he asked me any suggestions on a Panama Canal cruise that someone with a scooter can do that can't just go up and down steps of the bus. If anybody can help me, please do. I called Princess and asked if they had any suggestion after reading every excursion on that cruise, and they weren't any help. So if anybody has any help, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be talking with Tim and Cindy anyway. But if you have anything to add, we'd sure appreciate it. So it's nice to see you two lovebirds, by the way, Tim and Cindy. Thanks for coming. Let's see. Is there anyone else staying at the Marriott? You know what, Tim, there are some other people in our group who booked to stay at the Marriott.
At the Marriott LAX next week. Okay.
Yeah, so I could look through if you want all the bookings and see, but there should be some other people there as well. It was just too much of it was just so exciting to see, like, we're going for less, like our plane tickets cost less and our hotel costs less with switching where we were flying into. And so I'm really pleased. Like that Crown Point, Gordon's going to call to see the way I booked it, but it was $158 Crown Point. It's not Crown Point.
No.
It's the Crown something. It was $159.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And so he's going to call and make sure they have a reservation. But anyway.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
It's the Crown Point Hotel. Yeah, over by the port. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So Matt, sure is good to see you. And Millie, good to see you. Celebrate by eating chocolate.
Okay.
I saw this little meme the other day that was like, I have to eat a lot of chocolate because my body doesn't take it in other ways. Crown Plaza. Crown Plaza by the port.
Okay.
So anyway,
so you have to eat a lot of chocolate.
Matter.
Why?
Because your body doesn't get it any other way or something like that. So let's see. Code 4 for life. Hey there, you guys. They're getting settled in their hotel before their cruise tomorrow. And we'll try to pop into the live this evening. Thank you.
This is their South Seas.
Yes. So we're going to be coming along with you guys. We're going to be watching for your videos and excited to see. It'll be great to hear. I love how you like cover other things too. It's fun to go with you, but I always feel like when you two cover the food on a ship, I know I can trust what you say.
Yeah.
And you want to know what? You're the only people I know like that. There's nobody else I trust like to rate the food the way you guys do.
To the degree,
you're awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to be accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually qualified and you do such a good job. And it's nice to have dinner with you. We just sit there and watch. So yeah, thanks you guys.
Well, you guys eat your steak. We eat our mac and cheese.
Sometimes we do. We just, we never in a million years ate in the family room until COVID. We always sat at the table.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened. And by then the kids were all big. So we taught them
the correct way to eat dinner.
But then somehow we ended up eating dinner in the family room sometimes. So let's see. John says, question for the wise people. If you have a cruise booked and you've not started to fill out the information in the app, can you still book excursions? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The moment you put your deposit on your cruise, it doesn't matter what your loyalty is, anything, you can book your excursions. And my rule with excursions is always, if you see something and it's what you really, really, really want to do, book it because you don't want it to sell out while you wait around. And it's interesting how it's interesting to me sometimes how quickly some excursions sell out. And then down the road, they'll add some extra capacity for it so they can take more people, but sometimes they don't. And so absolutely book what you want. And if you change your mind down the road, you can cancel it. They'll credit your credit card back, or they'll put your onboard credit back in your account. I know it's tricky to keep track of your onboard credit when you are buying excursions because it pops up, and I'm going to admit it's a little bit confusing. And but if you are going to be worrying about it, definitely take a screenshot, write it down, everything, so that you know how much money you paid for which excursions and what onboard credit you used. So throwing that out there. But yeah, go ahead and get them booked, John. Oh, we've got Carrie. Hi from the Red Carpet Inn in Fort Lauderdale. off a wonderful 12-day cruise on the Rotterdam, now boarding the Sun tomorrow for 14 days. We're excited for you, Carrie. And let us know how the Red Carpet Hotel is in Fort Lauderdale, because we all want to know somewhere that's good to stay and hopefully affordable.
Yeah.
So it seems like not affordable. Well, that's kind of what's that word? It depends on everybody's own take on how much. Yeah. Thank you. That can vary, but it seems like expensive places aren't hard to find.
Yeah.
So Kathy is staying in the Residence Inn Marriott. Thanks for saying that, Kathy. And we've got Lori here flying to Fort Lauderdale Sunday for a 10-day cruise on the Enchanted, then a 7-day cruise on the Sun Princess. That's going to be great. So you'll be gone for like 2.5 weeks. So here's a question. So today I got asked, let's talk shuffleboard on ships. Now, somehow in my mind, I thought that all the ships had a shuffleboard little thing. And
court.
So, do they call it a court?
I think so.
So, apparently the Enchanted Princess doesn't have one. So if anybody wants to tell me about any other ship, I would think that the Coral's old enough to have one. So I'll look and see when I get there. But if anybody knows for sure whether a ship does or doesn't have a shuffleboard court, can I have that information? I would really appreciate it. And I'm happy to share it as much as anybody lets me know. Because if you really love shuffleboard and you go to play it on your ship and they don't have it, it's really disappointing. So let me know about that. Hey there, Ray and Linda. They're all packed and ready for a group cruise in 7 days.
Oh, boy.
So like 7 days from now, it'll be, is it 5 o'clock on the ship? Just after 5, we'll be sitting down for dinner. I still don't know the main dining room yet. Working on that. I've left voicemails and emails, so I'll hear back.
Yeah.
I'm really confident. Otherwise, next week, I'll complain about it in a video. They'll call me. I don't mean that mean, but it's what it took last time.
It does, yeah.
So, but Ray and Linda, we're really excited to meet you and your niece and her husband. Yeah, it's nice to see you guys. Carrie's going to tell Matt if he likes Princess or Holland. Maudie, good to see you, sweetie pie. Let's see. Staying at the Doubletree.
Sue and Phil from Central Florida.
It's good to see you both. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a happy Valentine's Day. Ray, did you get my email? I did not. Please try again. I might be the weak link. I think I forgot to send you that. So when we're done here, if you don't see an email from me right away, Tim, with Ray's email address, text me, would ya? I think I went to do it and I didn't. Bruce, sure is good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, and Diane, sure is nice to see you as well. Let's see, Becky, we've got you here. Nice to have you with us. Let's see, and Cheryl, you and Dale up there. You guys have snow tonight in Lake Somerset, Illinois. Thomas, he's got sleet in Central Illinois. There's so much weather going on, isn't there? Happy Valentine's Day, Gary and Edith. So nice to see you. I need to text you back, Edith. I called Princess and got that number of where you are, but I didn't remember to text you back. I'm working on this. I don't know. So Linda, you and Al, it's nice to have you here with us. Let's see, and our Kathy, so glad to see the first email for the Antarctica group cruise. I am really excited. I am so excited. So, and Kathy had asked me in an email. I haven't gotten those replied to yet today, so I'll do that this evening. But because Gordon and I had said that if it ended up with our schedule and would work okay, we would add on, change our booking for the cruise tour so that we could go to Iguazu Falls. We're still not so sure about that. And this leads into another good answer. So in that email, we let y'all know which hotel it is that we're staying at there in Buenos Aires. But when you make the reservation, you don't have to pay for it. It's just like a normal reservation. Yeah. Gordon booked it so that we can cancel up until the day before. If something, if one of us were too ill to travel, which I really hope doesn't happen, but you have to be able to cancel if you need. But then also if we could add on the cruise tour. But we're just not too sure. It will have to be much closer until time to go. And then if he can finagle it, we'll do it. And if not, we won't. So Yeah, it's just so exciting, isn't it? And I've been following along, and people are still commenting, like, you know how they had they had a Facebook group for Princess Cruises to Antarctica on the Sapphire this year. And so people on more than one of those cruises would comment, but people who were actually on an Antarctica cruise would comment. And let me tell you, it makes me want to sign up for 2027 the minute it's released, just the minute it's released. So be ready, honey.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I am just so excited. I don't know that we're going to, but I am really thinking about it because every time you go is different. And I love how I had the pleasure of speaking to someone that just got off the ship, and he's like, and on our ship, we got to do these things that hadn't been done before. Our captain was amazing. And you know what? Same thing with when we went.
Yeah.
You get the weather you get, they turn it into a fantastic expedition for you. You don't get off the ship, and that's okay. Like, maybe we don't want to get off the ship on that trip. Well, we don't, because we'd be in the water. But anyway, just putting that out there, how exciting it is. Lee, it is so nice to see you, sweetie pie. Thank you. Thank you. Gordon did our photo and he didn't tell me he was posting that one photo.
Which one?
Of him smiling and me laughing.
Oh.
It's because we have this cutest photographer. And that was right on the very first cruise once COVID ended. But he remembered us, and I remembered him from before COVID. Yeah. Like, how amazing is that? And so he said something, and clearly I just laughed, and he took a picture. But he is just the nicest.
One of our favorite pictures.
I haven't seen him again. And I don't know, easily they could be on a different ship.
Yeah, well, that was on the Majestic.
Yeah. So
who knows?
Anyway, I hope you had a nice Valentine's Day, Lee. Yeah. And Vincian from Sarasota, happy Valentine's Day. Bruce says it's colder and snowier than January there. It's a good Valentine's Day to stay inside and cuddle. There you go. There you go. We've had funny weather here lately. Yeah. But hey, Kim, it is so nice to see you down under. Sean and Alana, nice to see you guys. I hope you're doing okay. Happy Valentine's Day.
Check out their
to you too.
channel.
Thank you for saying that. Absolutely. Check out their channel. So, and Chris, nice to see you. Thanks, everybody. Do hit the like button if you wouldn't mind.
Yay, he hit the like button. Thank you.
Thanks.
I brought the bill tonight for our trivia.
Should you ask a question?
Sure, let's
start. Then we'll carry on.
Yeah, okay. Easy question.
He was trying these out on me last night.
What's the name of the boat, of the ship that they had for the Love Boat?
Everybody comment that knows, and we'll look in a minute.
And then I'll tell you some trivia about that.
So, Brad, good to see you. And Lily, how are you doing, Lee? Nice to have you here in Ontario, girl. You had a lot of dumping of snow Thursday. So yesterday here, it snowed a lot. I called it a blizzard. It snowed and it blew so hard at our house. And so, the snow got drifted, and I just stayed in the house all the day, and Gordon went to work and came home. It was 84 in Florida yesterday. You are so very lucky. Yeah, so lucky. Thank you. Oh, Tim, thank you.
We'll give you some.
You and Cindy, thank you both very much.
There you go. You got some confetti. Thank you very much.
2 hearts for Valentine's Day.
Oh, definitely.
There they go.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so the answers are rolling in. Everybody's correct so far.
What is it, sweetheart?
It's the Pacific Princess. Yay! All right. Let me tell you some trivia about that, though. So the real Pacific Princess was the ship that they used when they were shooting actual footage. Of course, a lot of it was in a studio. But they also used the Island Princess.
This Island Princess?
Not this one.
Oh.
Not this one, in a previous version.
Okay.
But it stood in at times. But there was a difference on the pools on the aft deck between the two ships.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacific Princess was a cluster of 3 connected circular pools of varying depths, while the Island Princess was more rectangular. So when they had those outdoor shots on the different ships, people could tell whether it was the Island Princess or the Pacific Princess based upon upon the pools that they showed on the aft.
That's
so there you go.
Thank you, Lulu. Lulu is on the Sapphire, and she says there are shuffleboard courts. So thank you. Thank you.
Because they're way up on the sports deck, aren't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
She says on the deck 16.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Coral should have. Thanks, Tim. Oh, see, I should ask AI this. I'm trying to get better at asking AI things. I'm going to admit I have Chat GPT, but I just never know if they're right or not, right? But I like that. I think it probably is right more than it's not.
Well, so this goes back to last night when I was researching all this Love Boat trivia. I put in a few questions and I would get different answers through the AI.
Oh, did you?
But partly as I researched it, found out that, yeah, it was a correct answer to a point. And I'll explain that when we get to it a little bit.
All righty. And Chris says they're 35 days out from the Discovery, staying at the Crown Plaza as well. That's great. And Elisa, nice to have you with us. Leaving tomorrow for the bucket list. Oh my goodness, you're going to South America on the Sapphire. Oh, and first doing the cruise tour to Machu Picchu. Ooh. Oh, you're going to have to tell us about that. Part of me wants to do that and part of me doesn't. And so we'll wait to hear back from you. Okay. I've watched videos about it and I just don't know. So it'll be fun to hear, but I hope you are going to have a splendid time. So, hey, Gina, you and Michael, sure is good to see you. And Connie and Michael, really good to see you. Thanks for coming. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for liking our shirts. So this time we thought we would do a departure. So we're taking tote bags, which I'm going to say are really cool. I like the tote bags a lot. Like I would use them other places. I don't wear this anywhere else. But they weigh so bloomin' much that I don't know that we'll do that again. That'll probably just be shirts, but I really like these shirts. And shirts are not just. Yeah, I shouldn't say just.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. Maybe on the British Isles.
We just like to shake it up.
Indeed.
Yep.
So happy Cruiser Girl 909. Nice to have you with us. Getting 30 centimeters of snow.
Ooh.
Lulu has snow in Idaho. We are your neighbors. You're just right there. I bet it's colder at your house, though. Seems like it's always colder the further north you go. And Jim, sure is good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Nice to have you with us. And Deidre, oh, many blessings to you, sweetie pie.
Wanted to know how many are signed up.
You know what? I can't remember exactly. We have a lot. But as far as cabins, whatever cabins are left on the ship, we can, there's not a whole lot of cabins left. I still have some group space left as far as group pricing goes. So that's really nice. So people that book like right at the first got all that glorious onboard credit. That is always the best deal, right? But doesn't mean don't go now. I cannot emphasize that enough. Just cannot emphasize enough how important it is to go when you can go. If you sit there and wait to always have the perfect fare, the perfect onboard credit, or you want the stars to align, you're going to be sitting there waiting when you die to go. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
And I know this too much lately. And so.
Well, and I kind of feel bad. We've not gotten back to Asia yet.
I know we got to do that. We're in a hurry now. Yeah. So anyway, if people want to still come, it's just really left to what is left on board. There's not a lot of cabins left. There's not. So, but we'd love to have anybody else that would like to come. And because the way I figure some people will want to come, they'll want to do a lot of things together, but it's such a busy cruise. It's as intense or as laid back as you want it to be. Mm-hmm. But if you want to be all in on experiencing everything that is seeing Antarctica and going with so much enrichment and so much to see and so much to learn and do and people to talk to on the ship about what you're seeing and what you're doing and all the things, it's amazing. So whoever wants to join us, we'll all be in it together. But it's not I think you're just going to be sitting around not doing anything if you choose to. Yeah. And that's cool too. Like everybody do it how you enjoy.
Well, and I remember when we went before, I one afternoon, I don't know if I caught a cold or something.
Everybody on that ship caught a cold.
Yeah. But I was so tired. Mm-hmm. I took a nap. And I don't remember where we were. It wasn't Charlotte Bay, but it was Admiralty.
It's where we were. We were sailing by that Port Lockroy when they were going to bring the scientists off if they could. But it was too windy, so they couldn't bring their boat. So they didn't end up getting to come to our ship.
So I took about an hour nap, and I remember waking up. Maybe it was longer. I don't know.
And I was outside like trying to video, and I'd come in and say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. Yeah. But I remember after our trip, and I'm going through pictures, making videos, and this and that. Not for, we didn't have the
You didn't
channel
do
yet.
YouTube
We were
then.
just making some videos and looking at the pictures, and I'm like, where was this? I don't remember this. And she's like, oh, and then she explained it, and I'm like, and I felt like part of it I missed the journey, even though
It's just an hour.
It was just an hour, but it was like, it was a wonderful hour.
I'm telling you one more thing about Antarctica, so you can put this in your budget. So when I went there, took my nice camera, and I bought a new camera for that because, well, I wanted a new camera anyway, because the one I'd had for a really long time. But I got this new camera, and it's on our Amazon store, and it's like, it zooms like unbelievably, and it videos really well, and it holds steady really good for how far it zooms. But so, and my point is then I have quit taking it everywhere with me. Our iPhone videos so well that I just have kind of gotten out of that habit. One less thing to take, but when we go to Antarctica, I'm going to take it.
Well, and you might be taking
again.
it next week, you said, to Panama.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it next week too. And so put that, it's just, you don't have to, but if you are someone that loves to take pictures and really wants to see things, like I have pictures of penguins on icebergs that you would have thought I was much closer to than I was. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, take a camera with you. So threw that out there. Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Connie got their hotel reservations in Buenos Aires.
Oh, great, Connie. Good.
Yeah.
So Pam, so good to see you. And Morgan, how are you doing? Yeah. Anybody have any other questions? I know. And anybody have other questions not going to Antarctica? But I am so excited. And here we are like a year away, but I can be excited for a year. I can sustain it. Diana, good to see you from Sydney. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Tim, I haven't looked at the app. Yes, dining is at 5:00. And does it have a dining room? Gordon will look and see if the dining room, or Tim, call it out. That's what I've been asking, but maybe she's just been super busy. Or maybe the email she sent me went not to me. I do have that trouble with my Dream Vacations email. I'll like it. Oh, there's Mark and Melanie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sweetie pie. Both of you, sweetie pies. Thank you. Is the hearts working?
There it goes.
Gordon got them to go.
Yeah, and we'll give you some lasers too.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mark and Melanie are they're wonderful, wonderful people. Like, they came with us on some group cruises. They're coming to Antarctica. So we're just thrilled. Yeah, let's see. Did I miss one right there? Let's see.
That's where we were. Right
I'm so sorry, Lev. Oh, Gina and Michael are leaving next Saturday on the Discovery. Notice Chef's Table and the Winemaker Dinner is posted on the Princess app. Oh, wow. With 2 time slots on different days of the week. Never seen that before. So, Gina, try calling the Dine Line if you want to do those. Because I have it on good authority that just keep calling back until you get somebody who will make that. Because not too long ago, somebody got somebody on the Dine Line to make the Chef's Table reservation, and they had to call back several times in order to get that. So I would just try it if you really want to do those things, or if you can't do it, just sign up right when you get on board so that you're sure to do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Where
I don't remember seeing that
up?
either. Oh, look right here under reserve dining. Let's see, Brad, do you think Princess is doing it on Antarctica? Okay, so here's another can of worms. So Brad says, do you think Princess is doing Antarctica in 2027? Because we called Princess and they said they didn't think we were. So who did you call? So here's, I don't know, every once in a while I'll say, well, don't call them because they don't know. Because a lot of and no, that's not a mean thing.
No, it's not.
Like, they don't tell their customer service reps everything. So I was just talking to somebody about this today. So when people were on that Facebook group talking about Princess in Antarctica, some people said, oh, well, we don't even know if they're going in 2027. And we don't know. And I don't, unless there's some announcement they've not made yet, I would think they're probably still going to go. But I don't know. But just because you call Princess and you get a customer service rep and they don't know, that doesn't mean anything, because they don't know. I call and ask people things all the time. They actually should know, and they don't. And so I wouldn't worry about that. But I did mark on my planner last year on May 4th of 2024 is when they announced South America and Antarctica for 2025-26. And so I'm looking for around, hopefully by around the beginning of May, we'll hear what South America and Antarctica look like for 2026, 2027. So I have a few emails into some other cruise lines asking about the ones that do the expedition ships. I noticed that I believe well, I better not say, one of the expedition ships is actually going to be leasing a ship from another one of the expedition cruise lines to do Antarctica for a few seasons. And so I find it just all really interesting how that's going to work. But I'll sure keep you posted, Brad. But just because you call and they didn't know when they answered the phone, I wouldn't worry about that. So, yeah.
No, I didn't find anything in here. So.
Oh, okay. I'll look at it when we're done. Here,
Yeah.
do you want to talk to people for a minute? Did you look and try to make it? Would it have let you make a dining reservation if you wanted to for this next week?
I didn't.
Gordon will talk to you.
Continue on through. All right, there's the question. All right, time for another Love Boat question.
Okay.
Okay, what was
I'm looking really quick.
what was the usual route of the Love Boat on the weekly series? So there's another question. Where did it sail from, and what ports did it visit? When I ask, what was the usual route?
Happy Valentine's Day, Patty.
Oh, Patty, hi.
Love you. Sure is good to see you, sweetie.
So we'll see what answers come in on that one.
And Diana says she's going to fly to Auckland next week to join the Queen Anne. Well, you'll have to tell us about that. That'll be exciting. We need to be down under. The Down Under cruisers say for Valentine's Day. So where you can go skinny dipping. Too much information. It's not too much information. If you want to go skinny dipping, it's good to know, right? Okay, I'm going to let Karen see. Gordon, you do this for me.
I haven't seen
there's
any,
a bunch of answers.
Haven't seen any answers. Well, that's the Pacific
Kristen.
Princess.
So nice to see you.
Haven't seen anybody answer. Okay, there's one. Okay, that's partly right. That is correct. And that's correct. So we've got some good answers here. So the answers we have general answers of the Mexican Riviera. Okay, that is correct. And more specifically, of course, Mexican Riviera is the West Coast. So that means that they're sailing out of San Pedro, Los Angeles. The World Cruise Terminal, which we will be sailing out of next Friday. So it's the same terminal right there below the Vincent Thomas Bridge.
Melody's app shows dining at 5 p.m. in Provence. Thank you, Melody.
There you go.
Why does ours not show that?
Know. Maybe we're not.
It's okay.
Special. Maybe they're
Thanks,
special.
Melody. I'm writing this down.
Are we part of the
Tim,
group?
does yours show yours Provence? Yeah. Are we part of the group?
We are the group.
So, thank you very, very much.
So yeah, the actual specific ports that they sailed, again, going out of Los Angeles, they went to Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, and Acapulco. Those were the three ports that they normally went to.
I don't think we've ever been to Acapulco. You've been to Acapulco, but
No,
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
See?
Most ships, it's further south, and so they don't go there as much anymore.
And Mark says the Queen Elizabeth has shuffleboard, as well as croquet lawn, pickleball, and
quoits.
The whole suite.
Okay.
So bear hugs. Thanks for coming.
Croquet?
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Grammy 5AL. Antarctica is January 25th, 2026 on the Sapphire. So if you want to come, send me an email. It's going to be the place to be. It is the place to be on that day for that trip. So getting all settled in San Diego. Okay, we'll see you guys. Maybe they already left. Godspeed. Let's see. Take your advice in letting the itinerary drive your... Take your advice on letting the itinerary drive your decision on which ship to take. Booked a Carnival Luminosa from San Fran to Tokyo in September of 2026. Carnival would not have been my first choice. You know what? I'm really anxious to hear from you about that because Carnival does the Luminosa does some really cool voyages. And I don't know, it often is the Luminosa that does those. Like they'll go like to Australia on long cruises that way or up to Asia and everything. But I have it on good authority that it is like a way different demographic than you're going to get if you go on a cruise out of Fort Lauderdale, like just, a week or a shorter one out of Long Beach or wherever. And that it's just a whole thing that it's And I'm not saying that's bad, but if that's not your thing, these long cruises get more people that just want to cruise and enjoy the time is what I've been told. So I'll be really excited to hear. So really excited. And I'm happy. Away you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got more people. Tim Murphy says the app is showing a private table for 54 people.
Oh, she gave us extra. Isn't that nice?
Okay.
You know, she asked me if I wanted extra, and I said, well.
He says that's a big table. It's going to be quite the table. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, the answer is rolling in.
I actually said if we have more than we need, I'll give the tables back to the what do they call the nice lady that's always standing?
Maitre d'?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they dining room manager or something.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
So Thomas has got his inbound booking.
Down Under says Luminosa is down there right now.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. So have you guys been on that ship yet from there? Let us know if you have. Yeah, and anybody that's been on a long cruise on the
says
Luminosa.
It's full of Aussies.
Indeed. That's great. That's great. That's what we would expect. Let's see. Are we coming? Oh, wow. He says, are you guys coming for the Down Under Cruisers Great Barrier Reef cruise out of Brisbane, December 29th, 2026? Oh, my gosh. Maybe one year we're going to shock you. We're going to shock you. Only if Gordon retires. If he doesn't retire by then, no. But he's thinking about it. So that's the first step. So, David and Christy, we can't wait to see you guys next Friday. I was so happy. They said this is their third group cruise with us. And I just feel like I haven't gotten to see them enough. So I'm really glad you're coming again. Mark knew they go to Acapulco. Kim knew where they go. Gina says, we call the Dying Lime, so we're on the list. Okay. Well, that's better than not. So hopefully I would still check about it when you get on board. So let's see. Thomas says he's torn about the Rhodes Scholar afterwards. His don't like deposit policy for Antarctica. Oh, so Thomas said that there's a Rhodes Scholar program that starts, correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas, did you tell me it's like right when our cruise ends, it starts? So if anybody wants to do that, you could look it up and stay there and do that. So you guys are so fun. Thanks for answering the corny questions.
Yeah. Somebody did mention Cabo, and yes, later on it did go to Cabo.
She found it in my journey. Thank you, Melody.
Okay.
In my journey. I'm writing that down. So when we're done, I'm going to look around. We're on the group dining at 5 also. Oh, you've got it too, Ray? Great. You know, she probably like, well, if that lady would just look at her app, I wouldn't have to call her back. I bet you that's since she's very busy.
Well, that is my journey right here, and there's nothing there. And I go there, and it's not there.
It's okay. We know where to go now. So thanks, you guys. And also, we'll send out an updated email. But I did ask her for group meeting times, and I haven't heard that back. I said what time I want, but.
Oh, Ronald mentioned something about a small boat cruise that was out of Panama. Let's see.
Oh, for the excursion?
Yeah.
Yeah, he booked an excursion. It's the day that we're going to go to the visitor center. He says, I booked a small boat transit of the Pacific Locks into Lake Gatun, which I did on a previous visit. It is most interesting seeing the locks up close. Also includes lunch and drinks. Yeah. So if anybody wants to do that one, you sure can. So, Ron, would that be something that someone with a scooter do that one? And we don't want to have to navigate.
Which one are you using?
We don't want to have to navigate like steps and stuff. So, yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Ron. Yeah, and if you want to share anything, or if anybody knows of a good excursion to do, let us know. So, Susan says they'll be on the Enchanted on May 24th out of Fort Lauderdale. Do we leave out of Port Everglades or Port Canaveral? Those are two really Port Everglades. Port Canaveral is up north. So Fort Lauderdale is Port Everglades. So yeah, I'm excited. And it's really very handy there in Fort Lauderdale to get over to the port from by the airport, or if you're staying at a hotel towards the airport, it's really handy.
Yep.
So
Nancy's asking what time's dinner on the Love Boat group cruise in November.
Oh, you know what? I can't ask until after final payment.
Yeah.
So once final payment is made, like the next day, I am on it.
Yeah.
So then I send the email and ask.
It'd be during dinner time.
And then you get an email back saying they're working on everything in the order of the cruise. And so, but I'm sure it'll work out good. So, yeah. And that's true for all cruises. So, yeah. Let's see.
They just showed the dining reservations just showed up too.
Oh, this is great, Pat and
Yeah.
Rich. It's good to see you guys. Really, I am so excited. See, this is so fun. And last night I was putting together the email list. Gordon was typing up the email, and I'm putting everybody's email address in there. And let me tell you, it just makes me happy. Gordon noticed. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just really wonderful. Between the people that I've met and love, and the people that I somehow love without meeting, and I'm so excited to meet in person. It's gonna be wonderful. And like I've said before, it's not a clunker in the group. You're all just wonderful. Let's see. Nancy, I hope you and Michael are doing good. Let's see. And Kathy also shows Provence for dining. So we all know to go to the Provence dining room. Yeah.
Okay, you want another question?
Thomas says a few days after their cruise for Road Scholar. Oh, thanks for saying that. The Road Scholar thing is for singles or solo travelers. Let's see. You ask your question and then we'll talk to Lori.
All right. Of the standard actors that were there, Doc and Julie and all those, only 3 of them appeared in all 250 episodes.
So who would that be?
Who were the 3 who appeared in all 250 episodes? Think about that.
Yeah. Norma, we've got you here. And then Lori, happy Valentine's Day to you too. And you and Tim haven't been able to make any live shows. It's okay. So Lori says her house isn't finished yet. You know what? So Lori and her husband Tim live in Tampa. And so their house, of course, got hit by the first hurricane. And what the first hurricane didn't finish, the second did. And so what a long trek you all have been on to try to get your house done again. My goodness. So, I often think, and this just came to my mind, of like who people stay with when these things happen, and really how kind everybody is to let people come and stay. And I know that it's hard. It would be hard for me to go stay in somebody's house for a long time because I like my own space. But it's just wonderful how good people are to each other, isn't it? It's really important. So Sue and Phil say Doc, Gopher, and Isaac.
Chris says Captain Doc and Gopher. Doc, Isaac, and Gopher. We're getting there. We're close.
So Deidre says, I did that boat through the locks and would do it again. So she's done that trip too, Ronald. It was really exciting. Got to touch the walls. Wow. Oh, no way. Went through 3 of the locks, 3 of the 3, then best back and saw more of the Panama. Great trip. Oh, bus, took the bus. Okay. Yeah. I touched the locks, the wall of the locks on our Danube River cruise. I don't know how cool that is.
I did that too. Yeah.
But it was just right there.
Yeah, it was. You just reach right out of the.
We didn't have to leave. We just.
No.
It was really nice. So loved that.
Okay. So I wonder who's Googling these answers too.
So we have 48 people in our group, Norma.
Plus us.
Oh, sorry, 50. So yeah, I think she's going to have an extra table. Let me tell you, and I'm just going to give credit where credit is due. This gal I've worked with at Princess in the groups, she has really just been wonderful. She really has. I know that they are busier than ever before, and she does a really nice job. And I really appreciate it. Very accommodating, really nice. Trying to get it so that we can get together in the afternoon time, because we noticed that on the things that have shown up so far in the journey thing, the activities, a lot of like the enrichment is in the morning. And I know that some people like to get up really early. I know some people don't like to get up really early. So I thought, well, if we want to get together, otherwise we can. We don't have to just only have an appointment. And so if we ever want to say, oh, let's meet for lunch in like the main dining room and then go get together at 1 or whatever, we can do that. Or if people want to do like breakfast, like we'd love to come to breakfast if anybody wants. That would be great. So, and just, anyway, she's been really great to work with. Yeah. A lot of good suggestions. And she helped me like navigate that too. Cause I was like, well, I don't know. And if somebody wants an afternoon to themselves on a sea day, like no pressure at all. So, and we're going to do some fun. We're going to do fun things. So let's see.
I'm supposed to get more trivia questions. Okay, to answer this one, should we answer the correct answer according to the Googling I did last night is it was the captain, Doc, and Isaac.
I didn't know you were Googling. I thought you had like some, magic list.
Yeah, it's called Google.
And there you go. So, Angela.
But I would go back and double check these answers because I got different answers sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Bless Lori. She's been with her sister for 5 months. So, and look at her sister opening her home for 5 months. Yeah. So that's really sweet. So you guys know the answers. Thanks, Patty. Thumbs up.
Good job.
Thumbs up. Okay. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
So what is everybody doing for Valentine's Day? And what would you do on it? This is a funny question. And maybe I don't know. So I was like thinking, what would we do if we were on a ship on Valentine's Day that we're not doing at home?
What would we be doing on a ship if we weren't home? We'd be dancing.
That's true. We're not doing that here.
We could. We could practice.
We could.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, so we were going to go out for dinner last night and then our weather wasn't good. And so we stayed home. And I never go out on a Friday night for Valentine's Day. That's just asking to wait somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And so Gordon stopped. We have a grocery store that makes really good sushi. I like the kind that's cooked. He likes the kind that's raw. So he stopped and got us some. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're having.
And I got her a balloon.
Jerry, he did, and it's really pretty. Jerry says, have you thought about, this is a good question, Jerry, thought about transportation from the hotel to the port in Galveston? No rush, but thinking about it. I indeed have. I'm just going to do
Uber.
Just an Uber or a taxi. I guess I should just call and ask what people do there the most, or if anybody wants to pipe up and tell me. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go early. I'm not going to go at like 11 or noon. I'm going to be over there by 10. Let me tell you.
And we will reserve that early. We won't wait till the morning of.
That's true. We'll reserve that.
Reserve it ahead of time.
So that's just what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. And, I never worried about staying. Initially, I thought we were going to stay at a hotel up by the airport in Houston, whichever one we flew into, whichever airport. But then I've heard several people mention that they have had delays waiting for the transfer from the airport and gotten down to the ship later than they wanted to. And I don't want to do that.
And even if you're doing the Princess transfer, you don't want to be showing up that late. We want to be on board as soon as we can.
Indeed. Get a sunshine daiquiri and just be ready to go. So Kristen says, I was just going to say Google is the magic list. Thank you. You were absolutely right.
Yep.
So let's see. Oh, Lulu says we use Uber and Lyft many times. Thanks for saying that, Lulu. I sure appreciate that. So Valentine's Day is yesterday's news. Saturday morning. You guys are so awesome. Yeah. It's an ordinary day today.
Everything we talk about for you is yesterday's news, isn't it?
Cruising with Pat and Rich thinks that Goofer left the show to run for Congress. So did he leave before it was over, or did he do that?
I thought it was after the show ended.
We don't know.
I think it was.
Somebody Google it.
Yeah. Was it Iowa?
Kristen, can you Google it?
Yeah. Okay, here's another question. Which guest star, and of course they had thousands, literally thousands of guest stars. Which guest star appeared the most? Okay.
Do you want a clue? Does anybody need a hint?
What is her name?
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
Well, that's it right there.
Well, it's just better that way, love. Rod Snash 56 took his wife to IHOP today. She ordered eggs raw in the shell to go. Is that funny?
Yeah, because maybe it was cheaper to get eggs at IHOP than it is to go to the store.
That could be.
Wow,
that's something. Let's see. Chris says, he liked your Air Mini, your CPAP video. Right up here. Chris says that. So thanks for watching it. We're glad. We were thinking maybe we need to do a newer one of those.
Yeah.
So he's like, we were.
No, because there's an app with it now.
Oh, Chris is eating Girl Scout cookies for dessert.
Ooh.
His wife went to Pennsylvania to see their oldest son. Oh, and you and your daughter had dinner together?
Well,
that's really
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. She's going to always remember that. And you will too.
So Tim's saying if I don't want to play any of the games on board, we can watch LA Flights live.
We'll know where to find Tim and Gordon. They'll be over there in the corner.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
He said he really liked that app. I think I told you the other night when you got home.
Okay.
Oh, Charo. Bruce knows.
Okay, Charo did appear a lot, 10 times. She was on it 10 times. But Marianne Ross, Mrs. C, as Chris Carroll says, Mrs. C appeared 14 episodes. Okay. But Charo was there 10 times. Florence Henderson appeared 9 times. And a few more number of times. There was one.
I love you. We got questions. Hurry.
Well, I wanted to read this little blurb.
He is prepared.
On rare occasions, there were crossovers between stories. In one episode, actors Robert Reed and Florence Henderson, formerly of the Brady Bunch, guest starred in separate segments, and in one scene, the two bump into each other at the buffet table, exchange a questioning look, shrug, and continue on their separate ways. And I remember watching that episode.
Do you?
Well, we saw it on board a year or two ago, and I just laughed. You just have to laugh.
You know what? I'm going to give you a tip, and then I'll answer your questions. Here's a good tip. If you want to have a funner evening than you would normally have when you are getting ready to go for dinner, and it doesn't matter if you're eating in the main dining room or specialty dining or up to the buffet, but when you're freshening up, changing your clothes, whatever, to get ready to go eat, if you turn on episodes like the reruns of the Love Boat Show, your evening's going to be more fun.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yep. So
that was for free. So yeah. And so Ray says, will you be sending out information on the group meetup and itinerary? Yes. Yes. And so now I know which dining room. Thanks to everyone. Yeah. So, but I know that they're not going to put in your app our meeting times.
No.
And so plan, like we were thinking like 1 p.m. until 3 or so. And we do have some fun things planned. And then we also we have fun activities planned, but then we also have, sometimes I just want us to be able to sit there and visit so that we can get to know each other as well as having fun doing things. But we're also going to bring several decks of cards for anybody who wants to learn how to play Swoop, or if somebody wants to show us how to do something else, you can. We learned that on our Northern Lights cruise from the now infamous Mary and Kathy. And so, yeah, we're just going to try to have things that are kind of fun to do and sit back and visit too.
And remember, on the first day,
suggestions, throw them
we have we don't have an official meet and greet on the embarkation day, but
this will be in the video. I mean, in the email.
Right. But we do have our sail away. So
don't worry, we'll email you. Don't worry, we're gonna email you. So I have a lot in my mind about that.
Patty did, from your clue, she guessed Erin Morin. The little sister.
I love you. That's what I would have guessed.
She did appear 6 times.
She did.
She did guess.
Yeah, it was Marion Ross. Times, yeah, which I only said, Patty, I would have never known that. Don't worry. Thanks for playing. Yeah. Let's see. IMBD. That's a good place to go. So Raleigh's Design says the Captain Doc and Isaac is also what IMBD web pages say. Yeah, IMBD is really a good thing if you want to know like what is in a movie or and try to decide.
What does IMDb? What does that acronym stand for?
Oh my. I like LA Flights Live. You know what, John? I think Gordon's watched that one too. Is that the one where they like keep taking off and landing? And
IMDb means Internet Movie Database.
So Norma says, do we sit in the same spot for dinner every night or do we rotate tables? We have the same tables reserved, but I would love people to rearrange. Gordon and I want to sit with different people. I love that we have 16 days because then we have time to sit with people more than once. But absolutely move around and get to know everybody. And when you make a friend and want to sit by him again, sit by him again. But it's just wonderful. So, and like I was just thinking about Mark and Melanie, they know Hetty from like the Northern Lights cruise, and they came on the Love Boat cruise, and they sat by each other every night, and it was wonderful. And so then when we got to sit by them, it was really cool because we already knew them, and it was just absolutely wonderful. So. Yep. And so, yeah, when you make friends and somebody you super enjoy sitting by, sit by them and be friends. Yeah. So, and yeah, so the first night we'll all come. I'll be there early and point everybody over because they'll show us where our tables are.
I'll be over at the tables and she'll be at the entrance.
And I'll just point you over. Gordon will help you know which tables are ours.
Yeah.
And then after that, every evening, we'll know what our tables are. And we can just go
it's
sit
those
down.
Same tables.
Yeah.
And so we get the same waiters.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go first. Sorry.
Usually, because we have so many tables, we have 2 or 3 sets of waiters sometimes.
It just depends.
Mm-hmm.
What did Lee say after your cruise? I don't know. It'll come to me, or else I'll remember what she's talking about.
Sue and Phil had sourdough bread, a loaf of homemade sourdough bread, and apple galette.
Oh, that's lovely. Wow. LA Flights Live, the YouTube channel. Yeah, Matt. At least that's what Gordon likes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
See, there it is. Someone new Internet Movie Database.
Oh, Norma says, I have to laugh. My journey says private table for 54 headed by Randall Johnson. So Randy and Glenda are coming with us. So Randy and Glenda, if you're there, you have added tables for everyone. I don't know how they do this.
That's interesting.
But it's okay. As long as we're there, we're good. And if you want to go eat anywhere else on another night, our feelings aren't hurt. I understand. So you can eat in another main dining room. You can say, seat us over there, or specialty dining, whatever you like. So Ronald Sacharo. Let's see. Internet Movie Database. He knows what that is.
H2O Cruiser says Emil is an excellent trivia player.
So I didn't. So have you been on a cruise with him before, Norma? Let's see. Diane was watching it. Oh, she was watching LA Flights tonight.
But had to end it to watch you.
Oh, thank you so much for coming and joining us, Diane. That's just so nice of you.
Okay, another question.
I appreciate it.
Another question.
I'm trying to, anybody else have any other questions, and I'll make sure I cover it. And you can also email me about the Panama Canal.
Okay. What 3 members of the Osmond family appeared on the Love Boat? And they were never together. They were always in separate episodes. So
you read Michael's.
Michael says our last group cruise, we had 2 dinners, one on our own and one with the group. There you go. So and there's nothing to keep you from doing that.
And it's really fun. And we love that you guys did that.
Yeah.
So they would eat early, and then they would come and join us, because on the British Isles cruise, the time they gave us was later, and it worked out great with the itinerary anyway, because some nights we were like running to get in there by 7:20 or whatever it was. But what was I just going to tell you?
About dinner? Coming different times?
No. Oh, yeah. So if you want to join us some evenings at 5, but you want to do, like, one evening we want to do the Crab Shack. Excuse me. And so if you want to come and join us at 5 and then go have late dinner somewhere else, or second dinner, I know that they have, I saw on Facebook, Emil posted that they have that Bavarian dinner thing. Oh. So I'm going to go up there later. I'm going to have a lighter dinner and then go see that, just because it's usually pretty good. So you can mix it up however you want. So Ronald the Provence, Provence, Provence. That dining room, 5 o'clock, if you want to come with us. I think you have other dining. Do you have other dining? But we'd love to have you as much as you would like to come. Okay. And the nice thing is then people can be done to go to the shows, get together somewhere else and chit chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's getting this. Donnie, Marie, and Jimmy. Yes. Donnie was 3 times.
Every time you hit that, it shortens my life, because I just, my heart leaps. So he wins prizes almost every day.
Emil does. Okay. Tim Murphy's going to go to breakfast every day, and we're all welcome to join.
So Tim, do you guys go to the buffet or do you go to the main dining room? Like, tell us where to be when.
Yes.
Okay. I can't guarantee every day, but I can guarantee quite often. Absolutely. Yeah, that's just great. Yeah, Tim. Okay, we're going to wait here so that everybody knows. That would be fun. And it's such a pleasure to like have time. Isn't time a gift? I feel like time is a gift. When you have time to enjoy some things that you don't always have time for. Or I get to talk to I get to talk to you on the phone if you're coming with us, but it'll be nice to sit down and have time to talk.
Gloves and wipes.
Norma's got her rubber gloves and wipes packed.
For the buffet.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I was talking to somebody else that's coming, and she said that she has wipes that when she's going to go down the stairs and she needs to hold on to make sure she doesn't fall, she's going to hold on with the wipe and go down and then just throw it away.
Yeah.
And that way you don't get anything. With dining 5 p.m., do you think we'll be able to make the early theater show?
Yes.
Yeah, because isn't it usually at 7:30? Yeah, I don't think that'll be.
Yeah.
No, heavens. If they're going to take longer than 2.5 hours, we're going to revolt. So, yeah.
Yeah, because they have to cycle through people coming into the dining room.
Yeah,
too.
people will want to come and eat by 7. So I'm hoping by 6:30 or so we could be done.
Tim goes to the MDR for dinner or breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Chris Moss also goes to the dining room.
Oh, well, this will be fun. Yeah, what time do you go? Tell us, or you can tell us when we get there. Yeah, when we see you. Oh, Christy already asked. So, Tim, we're all waiting. What time do you go? And then,
10:30, we hope.
No, it's only open 7 to 9, love.
I know.
So, I don't know. It's just all very exciting, isn't it? So, I don't know. I'm tempted to ask everybody if we could do a group text, but that might drive people nuts. So, 9 a.m. Oh, you get there at 9.
Really?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, John. I have upstairs, I have my note to do that. Thank you. I promise I'm doing it today. Yeah. Any other questions before we go? I hope everybody just has a lovely Valentine's together with your family, your friends, whoever you're doing something fun with. Yeah, we sure enjoy you.
Just enjoy your Valentine's.
Yeah, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Thanks for coming and talking about cruising with us and being excited to go. I think it's such a happy thing to go. And it's even happier to know all of you. And our life is richer and we love you all very much. Coffee on the balcony at 6:30, breakfast at around 8 to 8:30 with the wife.
There you go.
There you go. That sounds wonderful. Good. Thanks, you guys. Take such good care. Let's see. Pat says on the Grand, I think at least 60% of the people washed their hands. That is great. That's good. Yeah. It's better than 59 or lower. Yeah. Thanks, you too. Okay. We will see you all tomorrow then on our video. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you Monday night.
We'll have another live on Monday. And next week's live will be from San Pedro.
Sure will. Yeah. So thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Have a happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. I'll be talking to y'all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.